Hello everyone. I am so excited. It's Saturday and I'm gonna go out to a few thrift stores in Old Town Orange, at the Orange Circle here in California. And yeah, I'm super excited. Bailey is not here with me, which is kind of sad, but she'll be back tomorrow. She's been gone for a couple days with my mom because I had a cake that I needed to get done. So I'm really excited. My new hat is so freaking cute. Yeah, so Bailey hasn't been here for a couple days because I had a cake due, and I just needed to have someone take her just so that I could get it done. She's really difficult. She wants so much attention now that she will sit and cry and wait for me. And it's sad because like I just can't, I'm working on something and then I feel like she gets sad. So my mom offered to take her for a couple days. At first it was really hard. I cried. I was like, oh, it's so hard. I miss her, because it's just like you're so used to having this living being with you and being so worried about them and trying to care for them and feeding them and all of this stuff. So it was kind of sad, but I feel like I've had enough time to even relax and rest. So that's really nice. But yeah, I'm just, I've had a long week. I spoke to my therapist this week and that was a really hard conversation to have. But, we're working through our issues. So now I've gotten ready and I'm going to go. I want to get some vinyls. So I'll see what they have down there. I was supposed to leave a little earlier, but I got caught up making breakfast, cleaning up and all that stuff. So I'm going to take you guys along on my journey and show you how fun it is. But yeah, look at my hat. It's so cute. I haven't done my bed, don't mind that, but yeah, it's book person. I don't like how long this part is. I like it to cut a little bit further up, but it's okay. Yeah, anyway, let me show you my outfit. I'm trying something different, something new, so that I can just be more confident no matter what I look like. So my bed's a mess, but that's the reality of life. I don't feel like doing my bed. So yeah, I don't like that I look a little pudgy, but whatever. It's supposed to be scrunched in, so I feel like that'll help me not look so bigger right here up front. And then just some jeans, my hat, and then some sandals. So that's the outfit. Let's go have some fun. I'm back in my car and I want to show some of the things I got. I don't know if they have like a good amount of value, but I thought it was fun. I do like collecting baseball cards, even though I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, but you know, it's a good way to start getting into it. So I have a couple baseball cards at home, so I bought some today. I did a small investment on one of them, so it was a little pricey, but you know, I was like, you know what, let me just take the risk, you know, save it for a while. So I got that one, Aaron Judge, and it is from 2018. That's pretty cool. Angels, because I live near, you know, the Angels, so I go there often. I'm not like the biggest fan, but you know, I love going to the games. So I got this one. I thought it looked really cool. Like, it looks like a little, it's transparent too, so that's pretty dope. I like that. And then I got Orlando Hernandez, the Yankees rookie card. And these are kind of old. This was 1998, so that's pretty cool. I love the 90s cards. They're kind of one of my favorites. And then I got this rookie card for Scott Rowland. Isn't it cute? That's cool. I love it. And this one is from 1996. So I got that. And then I found at this other little place, I just grabbed a card because I felt bad. They're not in like good condition. She sold them for $2, and I was just like, I'll just grab one, whatever, you know. So there's that one. And then I found this really cool book, this teeny tiny book. It says 1993. It was the year I was born, so I was like, I'm gonna get this because it's cool. But it's a Snow White book. Look how tiny that is. Like, it's literally smaller than the size of my hand. Isn't that crazy? It is so freaking cute. I'm like, is this real? And I looked online, I didn't see anything like it. So I think it's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. It's like teeny tiny. It has pictures too of the movie, which is pretty darn cool. So I thought that was cute. I got it because it was like my birth year, and I mean, I live in California, so there's like a lot of Disney fans here. I could sell it someday, or I could just keep it keepsake because it's pretty cool. That was like $8, which I think is a lot, but whatever. It's just for the fun, for the experience. But yeah, that was my day. Now I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go grab a steak to cook at home and just go relax. I'm done. Oh, and I didn't find any vinyls. I didn't find any vinyls I liked, but I got caught up in the baseball cards, so I was like, whatever. I'll just, when I find vinyls, I'll find vinyls. Next time I'll come earlier, and yeah, I won't be like picked through already. So yeah. I hope you guys have a good day. I would like to chit chat a little bit more about what's going on. Actually, you know what? I have to go return this toy. I didn't realize it was extreme chew, and like it says over 60 pounds or something. It says it on the back, I think, and I'm like, yeah, Bailey cannot have over 50 pounds. Bailey can't eat that, so, or she can't chew that. It's too much, so I have to return this. Get her a different toy. But this is a book I've been reading lately that is absolutely thought-provoking, and I brought it because I'm like, if I can find like a cute little park, I'll go sit under a tree or something and read for a little bit. But it's kind of gloomy today, and it looks like it might rain, so I might not do that. I'll just go home and read it. But I would like to talk about this book, The Courage to be Disliked, and it goes over the theory of Adler's psychology. And it's very interesting. It's in a dialogue form, and I think he did that because a lot of Greek philosophers would do that. And so it goes back and forth between this philosopher and his young student, or young person he's counseling, I think it is, like a little intern, or I don't know what they call it. But it's very thought-provoking, and I feel like it's kind of intense in the sense that these theories and this form of thought is taking full accountability for your life. Full accountability for all of your life's choices, all of the things that you think, feel, and react to. And I think it's just so intense. It's put me in a spot where I'm like, gosh, I really am responsible for everything. Everything is a choice. And I've talked about this on my channel before. But it's bringing it home and making me realize that every single thing is a choice. Like, I'll read you some of the titles because it's pretty nuts. Titles of these chapters, and they're short chapters, which I kind of like, because it feels like you're actually like accomplishing reading it. Let's see. Why people can't change. So this chapter is talking about the young guy is like saying, I don't think people can truly change, and the philosopher is like, yeah, you can. If you don't change, it's because you're making the active choice not to, and you're actually creating scenarios or creating certain fears in your life to fit the things that you want to like be at fault for. Does that make sense? Like, he's saying this one kid was abused by his parents growing up, and now he like stays in his room all day. He doesn't go out, he doesn't socialize, he doesn't do anything, he just plays games, I think he said. And the philosopher is like challenging his thought. He says that it's his choice, that's what he's choosing to do. And his friend is like, oh no, but he's like really, he's really just like not wanting to get out of his home. He just wants to stay home, and his parents are worried about him. And he's like, do you think that maybe he's creating this scenario for himself because his parents abused him, and now it's almost like paying back, I guess you could say. It's causing his parents to be worried about him doing and paying attention to him, so he created this environment for himself so that it would fulfill that. So yeah, and then people fabricate anger. So he's just saying that you are creating the world around you. You create your worldview, and he says in this book that your worldview is actually your personality. The way that you see things is what forms your personality, like your outlook on life, and that's very true. Happiness is something you can choose for yourself. What else? Your life is decided here and now, living in the present, and he says that the past doesn't exist. So here it is. Lifestyle, it says here. Philosopher, lifestyle is the tendencies of thought and action in life, which make up your personality. So the things that you do and the way you carry yourself is your personality. It's the way that you think makes you who you are. Where is the other one I highlighted that I was like, whoa, this is so mind-blowing? Hello. Where is it? I know I highlighted. I don't think it was the only thing I highlighted. Probably. But he's saying that your life, your outlook on life, your experiences and everything are subjective. They're not objective. So they're not straight up fact. They are the way that you interpret it, the way that you live it out. And it's just taking full accountability for your life. So with that being said, it's brought me to this place of like, how can I daily take accountability for my life? And it makes me realize the scripture when it says you have to renew your mind daily. It's because it's something that you continually have to do. Oh, and that's what I meant to look up in the book. He says this one phrase. He's like, so the past doesn't exist. And I'm just like, what? That's so weird. It's true though, because once you live a moment, it's gone. You can't get it back. You can't bring anyone back to life. And it brings me to that scripture of David, when he says in the Bible his son had died and he was distraught during the whole process of his son being ill and dying. And as soon as his son passed, it was like he just got up and started living his life, and I think the people that were around him asked him, like, what happened? Like, you were mourning him and all of a sudden now you're good. And he's like, I can't bring him back. He says, but one day I will go to him, but he cannot come to me anymore. So it's like, that it's over. The past is the past. You have to keep moving forward and living your life and being accountable for your actions and the things that you say and do. So that's just like, it's so mind-blowing. It's something that I feel like our society in America really lacks accountability for the things that we do, the things that we say. And ultimately, I feel like that is the test. Sometimes we want to limit someone's speech because it's offensive and whatnot, but we have to understand that they clearly are not taking accountability or thinking about others when they say things that are hurtful. So it's really interesting when you have that outlook. It's like, okay, it really says more about that person than it does say about you. It's just incredible. It's incredible. So those are my thoughts, you know. Yeah, this book is really good if you guys want to read something really interesting. I'm telling you, it's dialogue form. It's very, see, it has like, can you see that? Youth, philosopher, youth, philosopher. So it's like going back and forth in a dialogue form. The whole book is like that. And I'm only on page 60. Oh, and my little bookmark is so cute. It's a little spilled coffee cup. Yeah. So that's a food for thought, you know. Take accountability for your life. Look at the things that you're doing. And this, I love this topic. He talks about thinking that people can't change their personality. They can't change anything, because a lot of times I feel like we hate ourselves. We hate the way we are. We hate a lot of aspects of our life. We don't genuinely love ourselves the way that we are. And I think that was a challenging question for me when my therapist asked me, are you okay with yourself? And I was like, yeah, I think so. I think I am. But it wasn't in a confident tone of like, yes, I'm very much okay. And I had to follow up and say, I still think that there are a lot of things that I need to work on and I can work on and I can be better at certain things. So it's like, am I really okay with myself? No, I'm not. I know that there are certain areas of my life where, like I've told you guys in my last video, I want to be softer and gentler and all of these things, right? But this book is challenging me to be accountable and to make those changes, to actively, daily be trying to do the things that I think will make me a better person. Yeah, because if you really think of even the law of entropy, that things naturally try to go back to disorder. So it's like, because I struggle with that question, it's just so much work. It's so hard. I get so tired. I'm always trying. I'm always doing this and doing that. And always working on myself, and it never feels good enough. And I just have to remember that I do need to learn to live in the present moment. The past is the past. I can't get it back. And I still can prepare for the future while enjoying my future, or while enjoying my present. But there is that element of our lives that things naturally want to go into disorder. So I have to constantly be working and cleaning and doing things, even in my own home, you know. If you pay attention, like sometimes you kind of just like are aloof of things. You put a sweater here, you put a sweater there, you leave your purse here, or you know, you pile on the clothes in that one chair in the corner of the room, and then all of a sudden like you're like, oh my god, I have to clean all this stuff up. But it's like, if you're doing that little by little throughout the day and just putting things back where they need to go, you won't have that disorder. But it's like you actively have to make those choices. You actively have to, you know, as soon as you're done cooking and eating, okay, let's clean up the dishes. Otherwise, my whole kitchen is destroyed. You know what I mean? So it's like the law of entropy. Everything wants to go back naturally to disorder. It never stays consistent or never stays tidied up. It always goes back to disorder. So it's like, I think that's the way that our lives are too. And we have to actively be working to be better. And we can't do that without prayer, without the Holy Spirit. I really genuinely believe that, because I think that he helps remind you of these little things. He gives you those hints of like, hey, you know what I mean? Check yourself in this area, or hey, don't say something like that hurts that person's feelings. And yeah, so it's just the way I want to move and walk now. It's just really hard. It's really hard. So yeah, that was my day. That was my food for thought that I want to give you guys for this week. Yeah, let me know what you think. What do you think? Do you think that it's too hard to work on yourself? Do you think that it's too out of reach to be that person you've always wanted to be? Do you think that you're okay with who you are right here and right now? Do you love yourself? Yeah. And the last book I was reading, I actually haven't even covered that one too much, is that what was it called? Emotionally Healthy Woman. And she says, in order to love others well, you have to learn to love yourself. I think sometimes it sounds so cliche, like, oh, love yourself, you know, and like, but loving yourself is not it shouldn't turn into selfishness, you know? You should overflow because you are so well taken care of for yourself. And also understanding the elements of God's love for you, what he says about you, and rejecting the lies of the outside world, you know? That happened to me just a couple days ago. I was talking to somebody and it was very disrespectful, and I stopped and I was like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be treated this way. I don't deserve to be spoken to this way. I even said, my own mother doesn't speak to me this way. I'm not going to accept that from you. And then things the dynamic just kind of changed, and it was speaking up for myself in a way that I probably wouldn't have before. Yeah, it's just really interesting. Of course, I always try to defend myself, but you know, it's just very interesting how people will only go as far as you let them, and then you have the choice to really be and change and do the things that you want to do in life. I can give you an example for days, you know what I mean? I always wanted to do ice skating when I was younger, but my mom didn't put me in all that kind of stuff. Like, my mom didn't really have much money, and she wasn't very invested in that kind of stuff. And so part of my healing journey a couple years ago was to do that, to get classes, and I started learning how to ice skate. So yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. You just have to find ways to do it and not have an excuse for it. But yeah, anyway, I have to go. I'm starving. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm so happy to be back doing my little vlogs, my videos, because it's just so much fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, I will see you guys next weekend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Bye guys.